24 Hour News 8's Leon Hendricks. He's speaking with the family of baby Kate Phillips.
That's right, Brett. Obviously, it's been a difficult time for them, most of them sitting through the courtroom the entire time. We're joined now by Linda Carlson, baby Kate's great-grandmother, Ariel Cortland's grandmother. Tell us about what it was like for you the moment that verdict came out.
Oh, I'm overjoyed. Actually, I actually have mixed emotions. At first, I was like, oh, yes, because I know he did something with her. I don't know if he gave her away or what, but then, you know, you just got to feel sorry. You know, how can you be so happy knowing that the family is so sad? Because I know they believe in him 100% too. And there was a lot of stuff that came out, doubts and different things, you know. But I knew it. I never wavered from knowing that he did something.
And I know you still have a lot of questions at the end of this trial.
I do. Yeah, we all do, I think. Like, mainly, where is she? I hate to say it, I think something bad may have happened, or why wouldn't they produce more evidence? Here she is, because he's looking at 15 years. If he has 15 years, why wouldn't he say, she's here, or, you know, I'll give her back, or something?
You sat through this every day. You saw your granddaughter get grilled on the stand.
Yes.
Was that difficult for you to see?
It was very hard, and I felt real sorry for her. I would tell my daughter, you know, what happened, and I would have a hard time getting to it, you know, because my heart just broke for her and for Ariel. You know, her baby is gone, and people grieve differently, and she's just a kid herself, you know, so I can't even tell you how hard that was, because I know, and she loved him so much. And how do you just shut that off? You know, you can't just shut that off in a moment, no matter what.
And I have to ask you, as her grandmother, there's been a lot of questions as to whether or not she may have had something to do with this. Do you think she had anything to do with this?
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I know you're getting a lot of... there you go. Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't think she had anything to do with it. I think they had talked about adoption, and they were maybe trying to set things up, but I think that moment in time, he took her, and when he took her, Ariel knew he wasn't taking her to somebody because nothing was set up, and so right away she was scared. What is he going to do with her? He's got her now. What's he going to do with her? He don't want her.
Does this bring any closure for you?
A little. I can't say 100% because where is she? Where is that poor little baby? You know, I mean, it's a loss for us. It's a huge loss, and we've had so many losses. Ariel lost her brother and her sister, and shortly after that, her daughter. You know, and so for her, it's just overwhelming. For all of us, it's pretty overwhelming. You know, to have to go through all this. You know, unfortunately, but
you got to see minute by minute through this testimony how much work the detectives, the law enforcement put into this. What do you say to them? Do you feel like that paid off today?
Oh, yes. I thank them all. Paul Spagnola, in his closing, I thought he did so well. He was right on the ball, right on top of everything at the end, which showed the jury, I think, you know, this and this and this. Not that she was bad. I mean, she was all right, too, but yes, I so much appreciation to all the police and everybody that worked on this case, and investigators, FBI, all of them, and they were all really good about it, real nice about it and stuff. Like, they didn't trample over, you know, us in the process, you know, so that was good. That was good.
Obviously, this has been a huge case here, a lot of publicity for you and your family. How does Ariel, more importantly, her move on from this?
You know, I don't know. She will move on. I'm sure people do move on, but it's tough. I mean, she went through a lot, like you said. A lot of stuff was said about her, and so that's hard. That's hard. Plus, she doesn't have her child, and I do believe. I mean, she seemed to love that baby. That baby was well adjusted. I mean, she cuddled her, held her. You know, she did all the stuff loving mothers do. So I don't know. It'd be hard. I don't know how she's going to move on for sure. Like I said, people grieve differently. She's so young. You know, she will move on eventually. But I think this loss is really big. I don't even know if it's actually even hit her yet, you know.
All right, Ms. Carlson, I know it's been a long couple weeks, a long 10 months for you. And we thank you at the end of this for taking a minute to share with us.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
All right, thank you. And that's the sentiment from here. A little bit ago, we did see Sean Phillips' family leave. They left without comment. They left holding hands, crying. Obviously difficult on both sides of the fence. A case that's really taken a lot of turns. A lot of doubt was raised, but obviously enough reasonably. What you're looking at now is video here of Sean Phillips. This was just a few minutes ago, him walking out of the courthouse. We did ask him some questions, try to get him to comment about the case. He has been silent the whole time. As you see there, they're putting him into a sheriff's department van, as they have every day after trial. And seeing him walk out of the courtroom time after time, you don't see much of a difference today. He didn't seem emotional, never seemed to cry. He ended up getting in that van just as he has every day, being whisked back to jail. Of course, now it's time to wait for sentencing. He faces up to 15 years in prison on this unlawful imprisonment charge. I've got an opportunity to talk with a lot of investigators on this case, and let me tell you, they are far from done with this. There's certainly been some implications that they believe that something happened to that child, and that at least it's their hope that we'll see more charges come down the line. That, of course, very under wraps. Nothing really officially stated from them, but it's been a very big case for them, very emotional. It wasn't one of those open and shut cases where you had all of the evidence laid out, where you had a body, where you had a crime scene. They had to use a lot of circumstantial evidence, and it took a lot of work here, more than 30-some witnesses, to prove this case to the jury.
Leon, was there any word from the judge for a sentencing date? Did he give out any kind of idea when that might be going on?
We're going to be going up to get an idea of that. Usually that's within a few weeks after trial. After the court broke, really the focus, of course, for us has been getting in touch with the family members. But usually a sentencing date is set after the verdict is given out. We're not sure what that is. Usually within the next few weeks, of course, we'll be passing that along as this continues to develop.
All right, thank you. Leon Hendricks, live in Ludington, where he has been for the past 2 weeks, where that court case was going on. We now have one of those questions answered. Was it guilty or not guilty? In this case, it was guilty. But there is still a question out there that remains that was described by that grandmother so heartbreakingly. Where is baby Kate? We'll be right back.